As Thailand, the long-reigning king of Southeast Asian travel, grapples with its tourism slowdown, a new contender is rising. A neighbor, once seen as the underdog, is now experiencing an unprecedented explosion in popularity. Hello and welcome. If you believe that travel is more than just a destination, that it's about understanding the forces that shape the places we visit, then you're in the right place. Let's get into today's story. A nation of staggering beauty, forged in resilience and rich with a history that whispers from every corner. For decades, it remained in the shadow of its neighbors, but now, the secret is out. Vietnam is no longer an emerging destination, it has arrived. In a post-pandemic world where travelers crave authenticity and value, Vietnam has become the answer. Its tourism numbers are exploding, its economy is soaring, and on the surface, it is a story of incredible success. But beneath the surface of this new paradise, a different story is unfolding. A story of immense pressure, unintended consequences, and a culture at a crossroads. This is the story of Vietnam's tourism boom, and the hidden cost of becoming the world's new favorite destination. This is Vietnam. In the first quarter of this year alone, it welcomed over 4.6 million international visitors, a staggering 72% increase year-on-year. The numbers are not just recovering, they are shattering pre-pandemic records. Vietnam is on track to become the new crown jewel of the region. But what is the real cost of this tourism gold rush? To understand Vietnam's rise, we must first look to the struggles of the old king, Thailand. As we've seen, Thailand is facing a perfect storm of rising costs, reputational damage, and fierce competition. While it works to reinvent itself, travelers and their money are looking elsewhere. And Vietnam, with its open arms and affordable prices, has been the biggest beneficiary. In the last year, while Thailand missed its tourism targets by millions, Vietnam exceeded its own. The numbers tell a clear story. A monumental shift is happening in Southeast Asian travel. But as one kingdom struggles to manage its legacy, the new one is in danger of repeating the same mistakes, only at a much faster pace. The second factor is access. Vietnam's streamlined e-visa process has made entry simpler and more predictable than many of its neighbors. And third, there's the novelty. For a generation of travelers who grew up with stories of Thailand, Vietnam still offers a sense of discovery, a new frontier to explore, from the northern mountains to the Mekong Delta. The first casualty of unchecked growth is almost always the very nature that draws people in. Take the island of Phu Quoc, once hailed as Vietnam's answer to Phuket. Today, its beaches are choking on plastic waste, and its once vibrant coral reefs are suffering. The iconic Halong Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, now sees thousands of tour boats crisscrossing its waters daily, leaving behind a trail of diesel fumes and waste that threatens the delicate marine ecosystem. The government has made efforts, but the sheer volume of people is overwhelming. For a country with over 3,000 kilometers of coastline, this isn't just an eyesore. It's an existential threat to its greatest asset. Vietnam is at a crossroads. Its government knows the risks and is beginning to promote sustainable tourism and invest in much-needed infrastructure. But the future of Vietnam's paradise doesn't just rest with them. It rests with every tour operator, every business owner, and every tourist who steps off the plane. So, what is the engine driving this phenomenal growth? The first and most powerful magnet is price. In a world where the cost of living is soaring, Vietnam feels like a welcome step back in time. A steaming, fragrant bowl of pho on a street corner in Hanoi costs less than $2. A fresh, cold by a Hoi, the local draft beer, can be as little as 30 cents. This isn't just cheap. It's a level of value that has become rare in the world of travel. For backpackers, families, and even luxury travelers, The feeling that your money goes further here is a powerful, almost irresistible draw. Vietnam is at a crossroads. Its government knows the risks and is beginning to promote sustainable tourism and invest in much-needed infrastructure. But the future of Vietnam's paradise doesn't just rest with them. It rests with every tour operator, every business owner, and every tourist who steps off the plane. But affordability alone isn't enough. Vietnam has also made a calculated, strategic move to open its doors. Its introduction of a 90-day visa for dozens of countries was a game-changer. It removed the bureaucratic friction, the uncertainty, and the need for time-consuming embassy visits that can deter potential visitors. This simple policy change sent a clear message to the world: Vietnam is open for business, and you are welcome here for longer. It's a lesson in administrative hospitality that its competitors are only now starting to learn. The question is, can Vietnam learn from the struggles of its neighbors? Can it find that delicate balance between profit and preservation? Or is this tourism paradise destined to become a victim of its own incredible success? But for every dollar a tourist spends, there is a non-monetary cost paid by the local community. We are in Hoi An, the ancient city of lanterns. For Nguyen Thi Lan, who has run this small tailor shop for 30 years, the boom has been a double-edged sword. And then there is the dark side, the rise of sophisticated scams. From the notorious motorbike rental trick, where tourists are charged exorbitant fees for pre-existing scratches, to the two-tiered pricing that is now common in many tourist hubs. This erosion of trust, one bad experience at a time, tarnished the country's reputation. It threatens to undo the goodwill built on the warmth and honesty of the Vietnamese people. Nowhere is this conflict more visible than in the northern highlands of Sapa, once a remote outpost prized for its dramatic landscapes and rich hill tribe culture. It is now a sprawling tourist town. The trekking paths are becoming congested highways, and the local culture is at risk of becoming a caricature of itself. The government is now trying to pivot, encouraging tourists to visit smaller, community-run homestays, hoping to spread the benefits and ease the pressure on Sapa itself. It's a race against time to save the very authenticity that made Sapa famous. Vietnam stands at a pivotal moment in its history. It holds the winning ticket in the global tourism lottery, a prize that promises economic prosperity but threatens its very soul. The path it chooses in the next 5 years will define its next 50. Will it succumb to the pressures of mass tourism, becoming a paradise lost? Or will it forge a new path, becoming a model for sustainable growth, a paradise managed? The story of Vietnam's future is still being written, one visitor at a time. And so, the story of location as tourism industry is a powerful reminder that nothing exists in a vacuum. The convenience of a cheap flight, the allure of an exotic meal, the search for an authentic experience, it all has a ripple effect that shapes the lives and landscapes we've just explored. But the conversation doesn't end here. I truly want to know what you think. Have you traveled to location recently? Did you experience these challenges firsthand? Or did you find something completely different? Share your story in the comments section below. It's how we all learn. If you found this investigation insightful, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button. It tells YouTube that more people should see this story. And to join us on our next journey beyond the postcard, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Until next time, thank you for watching. Travel safe and travel thoughtfully.